things that you need to do to really prepare yourself to become a good driver. During my career, I've helped a lot of different people learn how to drive. You have to continuously get better. If you just stay the same, driving the same neighborhood, the same way home, you won't really learn how to drive. The one thing that I need all of you to do, and me included, you need to drive a different way home. What does this do? This forces your brain, your mind, to start processing different routes. Once a week, twice a week, take a different way home because you get conditioned. A light may change red and you might say, oh my God, I just ran through a light. Or the light may be green and you're just sitting there. I see it all the time with my students. They're kind of daydreaming. So I always switch up the route. I need you to avoid impaired driving. I'm talking about drug driving, drink and driving. And then also, if you don't get your rest, just like me, I'm a state certified driving instructor. If I don't get my rest, I can't be my best. Remember, I'm driving teens and adults who are new drivers. They don't know the gas pedal. They don't know the brake. What I need all of you to do is pause for a second. When you're signing up for driving, think about driving. Think about safety. Safety is no accident. During my career, I preferred to teach the class and drive students too. There's a difference. Sometimes things change. Sometimes the economy slows down, and then I have to be a backup driver. That makes my job a little bit more challenging because if the classroom instructor doesn't do a good job, he or she will be exposed when I teach the drivers on the road. So we all are a community and a fellowhood. Know your vehicle. Are you driving a larger car? Are you driving a smaller car? You need to know the vehicle you are driving in, because when you know the vehicle you're driving in, you're going to be a safer driver. How are the brakes? Are the brakes really tight? If you hit them, does the car stop? When you hit the brakes, does the car take a moment to slow down? It varies from driver to driver to driver. Practice defensive driving. If you've taken the time to listen to my content, and hopefully you understand what I mean defensive driving. Be aware of drivers' actions. Anticipate what they're doing. If you're in the middle lane, you're going to have people passing you much faster in the left lane because that's the passing lane. If you're in the right lane, understand what's happening. You're going to have cars merging on. Some don't look. Some don't use blinkers. They're going to cut you off and almost hit you. So you have to be that defensive driver. Here's another defensive driving tip that you need to know about. If you have an elderly person, and I'm not attacking the elderly, so I don't want to get any hate. Elderly people tend to not check blind spots as much. They might be over-medicated or under-medicated. You have younger drivers who are on the phone, they're distracted. And then you have the 25 to 45 to 55-year-olds. They're not really focused either. So we're driving with a community of drivers who are not really aware of their foundation. So I really need you to understand this. Follow traffic laws. If the speed limit is 70, drive at 70. You shouldn't be driving 80. You shouldn't be driving 90. You shouldn't be driving 100. What's going to happen? You're going to make a lane change. Someone's going to change at the legal speed. You're either going to have to slam brakes, get hit, or cut over and cut someone off. Drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions on the road. Next, you've got to realize your purpose. If you're trying to learn how to drive, then you really need to be aware of pedestrians. Pedestrians are the most vulnerable road users. They always have the right of way. If there's no sidewalk on either side of the road, pedestrians have a right to walk on the side of the road toward traffic. If you're riding a bike, motorists, please be aware of this. There's something called the right hook. When you're coming up to an intersection, motorists, you need to look left and right. You need to check because bicyclists are using the road, and if you don't look properly, you're going to turn right into them and run them over. So I really need you to be aware of this. And then there's the left cross. The left cross is just what it means. You're making a left turn, motorists. A bicyclist is going past you. You're not looking. You're not aware. You got to watch for pedestrians. You got to watch for cars. There's so many elements out there. You need to drive with you're using your turn signals entering a roundabout. You must yield to traffic already in the roundabout. And then once you go in, if you're going in and going to the right, once you get in, you activate that right turn signal. If you're going to the left, you put that turn signal down and you activate it. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.